Hello again, Lockpicking Paul here, and what I've got tonight is a Chubb cruiser. Now, this thing's a monster. It really is huge. Incredibly solid construction. Just look at that front and rear plate on that thing. That has got to be 6 or 7 millimeters wide. That's really, really thick metal. These have a fairly fearsome reputation when it comes to picking. They've got false gates. So if you try and pick this like you'd pick a normal lever lock with high tension and full lever travel, chances are you'll end up in one of those false gates and the whole lock will bind tight and you'll have to drop everything and try again. I'm not sure how old this is. This has the number of 988. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. It's quite a worn lock. In fact, I only started picking lever locks a few weeks ago, and this was high on my list of locks to get hold of, just simply because of how iconic it is. But they're only going for very silly money on eBay, and I really didn't want to pay really silly money. So I was scouring the second-hand sort of clearance lists of boxes of rusty old locks, and I saw this peeking out covered in rust. I thought it's worth a punt. There's this one, another one that looked a bit like it. Turns out that was an ASEC cruiser clone. I got a dimple disc lock. Actually, I'm going to do a video on that one because it's quite a natty little lock. For like 16 quid. So it was a real bargain. Got all the locks, and yeah, the ASEC is seized solid. I'm going to have to drill the rivets on that thing. But this, apart from the exterior rust, was just full of oil inside. So it's spent a few days in a degreaser bath, and I've cleaned it out with white fuel. It's actually come out an absolute treat. Very smooth lever travel, quite clean inside now. It's a lovely lock. And a few hours of frustration learning how to pick this. And what it turns out is, if you do it in the right way, it's actually really quite straightforward. So the technique's a bit the same as you use on a Chubb battleship. It wants a little less tension. In fact, it wants very light tension, this lock. And just nibble, just ever so gently, at each lever, one by one, over and over. And this will eventually, you'll feel the levers drop into the true gates, and you'll get an open. It surprised me actually how easy it was to actually pick in the end, after a few failed lockups because I was trying to overdo it with the lever travel. Let's get this open, and hopefully I'll demonstrate just how straightforward this is. It is actually, the biggest problem with this thing is getting a wire into it, because that front plate is so wide. It makes that quite challenging. You've got to get the wire right in there, and it's a bit fiddly, like I've just demonstrated. Come on. Right, I think I've done it. Yeah, there you go. Right, so let's see if we can make sure we do get this on camera okay. I'll turn the camera around so we get a better view. Yeah, so just gently work my way with little nibbles at the levers. That went between the levers then. Let's start again. Got the pick stuck between the levers. Right, did you hear that click? That was it dropping into a true gate. Yeah, and we've got some really solid core movement. I'm pretty certain that was a true gate and not a false gate. There's another one. think that was one. There you go. Incredibly easy, actually, when you think about it. Just got to be ever so gentle. Anyway, that's it for tonight. If you get yourself a cruiser and you're just starting out on levers, they're not as intimidating as this padlock looks like. Enjoy. See you soon.